Hello everyone. I am so excited to share to you another video, and this time we are going to talk about the lines of the song Euphoria by BTS, and I'm going to connect it to the Pablo Neruda sonnet, which is Sonnet 71, because I find the lines quite similar, or the theme as somewhat the same. Okay, so Euphoria by BTS was actually released in 2018. But recently, just like recently, like last night, it re-entered the top 10 US iTunes, and it's now in the number 8 spot. So just think of that. It was released 2018 and it re-entered the chart. So meaning to say, people got interested in it again. Okay, so I've decided to do this vlog about the lines of the song. Okay, so if you look at the first stanza of the song, you have here, "You are the sunlight that rose again in my life, a reincarnation of my childhood dreams." All right, so if we take a look at the first line, it's an example of metaphor. Okay, metaphor, figure of speech, wherein um, the persona likens this another person to sunlight. You are the sunlight that rose again in my life. And of course, in poetry, we consider connotation of words. And when we say connotation, what a word suggests. Okay, so when we say sunlight, it's like you have the brightness of the sun and it brings us happiness, it brings us optimism, so something that is positive in life. So this persona is comparing to this other person to somebody who gives him life or happiness or joy. Okay, so you are the sunlight that rose again in my life. So you have the word again. So I think it suggests that the persona is quite down. Okay, so perhaps problematic, but because of the arrival of this person, nabuhay siya. So there is life again. Okay? So you are the sunlight that rose again in my life, a reincarnation of my childhood dreams. So isn't it that when we were still children, we didn't experience problems in life? Like we were so carefree, and all we could just do is play. Okay, so it's really suggesting to us that there is joy or happiness that is brought by this person. So let us just say that the persona is a man. Okay, so the persona is a man, and then there's this girl who came to his life. Okay, or it can also be the other way around. The persona can be a girl and there's this boy that came to her life. Okay, so just for consistency, let us just say that the persona is a man and then there is a girl who arrived in his life who brought sunlight, okay, happiness or joy. Okay, and you have the third line. "I don't know what these emotions are. Am I still dreaming?" Okay, so the persona could not understand, am I just in a dream, because it's just too good to be true. Okay, am I dreaming? Okay, "There is a green oasis in the desert, a priori deep inside of me. I'm so happy I can't breathe. Everything's getting blurry." So the first stanza, I think it's telling us that the persona is still confused. Like he could not totally understand if it's a dream, or is this a reality, because it's just too good to be true, because the arrival of this person has just brought him happiness. Okay, so a green oasis in the desert. So I think it's again comparing what he feels. Okay, so when we say oasis, so yeah, something that grows in the desert, because we know that a desert is something that is barren. Okay, so no life exists, but there's this plant or probably a small body of water, so that's an oasis. Okay, so there is life that is brought to something that is very dry and barren. So like another comparison, the life of the persona is barren, bare, but because of the arrival of this person, there is life again. So it's really something that is positive, that is brought by these lines. Okay, so you have the next few lines. I hear the ocean from far away, across the dream, past the woods. I'm following this clarity. Take my hands now. You are the cause of my euphoria. So, what is euphoria? Because it's also in the title. Okay, so euphoria is a feeling or state of intense excitement and happiness. So, it really coincides with the first line or the first stanza, that when the persona is with this person, is really having this intense excitement. So I think it's true to any person who is in love, okay, because that is the theme of this song. So take my hands now, you are the cause of my euphoria. So it's so amazing when you are called by somebody to be the cause of euphoria. So somebody is delighted or is happy with your presence. Okay. So then you have the oh yeah part. And then, were you wandering around looking for an erased dream too? So the persona here is now talking to the other person. So were you wandering around? So were you also looking for an erased dream? So the erased dream is the happiness that they had in the past, but it's not there anymore. It's already gone. So are you looking for that kind of happiness too, just like me? So the dream here is the happiness that they long for. Okay, so are you looking also like me, for that kind of happiness? So were you wandering around looking for an erased dream too? It's different from what destiny suggests. We share the same painful views. Won't you please stay in my dreams? So the persona here again goes back to the dream, okay, description, because he still cannot believe if this is true or not. Okay, so is he still dreaming, or is this already the reality? So won't you please stay in my dream? So stay with me, do not go away. So when we are dreaming, especially if it's a very nice dream, we don't want it to end, right? Okay, so stay with me. That's the message of the persona. So I hear the ocean from far away, across the dream, past the woods, following this clarity. So it's clear to the persona, but at the same time, he is confused. Is this still a dream? And he doesn't want to escape that. He wants to remain in that state of euphoria. Okay, so with the message of this entire song, especially that the last line, okay, the last line of the song is talking about utopia, okay? So before you go to the last line, okay? Even if the earth crumbles, no matter who shakes this world, don't let go of my hand. Please don't wake me up from this dream. So again, he still considers himself in a dream when he is with a person, because perhaps it's still too good to be true. I hear the ocean from far away, across the dream, past the woods. Please don't wake me up from this dream. Following this clarity, take my hands now. You are the cause of my euphoria. And then you have the last line of the song. When I'm with you, I'm in utopia. Yeah, it rhymes with euphoria, utopia. Okay, so the author here, the songwriter, employs rhyme, okay, in poetry. So what is utopia? We have seen a lot of movies wherein you have the setting, a place which is called utopia. So something that is highly desirable or nearly perfect, okay, qualities for its citizens. So it's very clear in the song that the persona wants to be in a state of euphoria wherein there can be no problems. The lover is true to him, and then he is also honest to the other person. So it's like happiness, no negativity in their lives. But we are aware that life is not really like that. Okay, there are ups and downs. We encounter hardships. We encounter trials. And when I looked into the lyrics of Euphoria, I was reminded of the poem of Pablo Neruda, Sonnet 71, which is commonly discussed in world literature. Okay, so this is actually the book I'm going to show you. Yeah, world literature. And you have Sonnet 71. And particularly the second stanza. Okay? And up to the last. You and I searched for a wide valley. So you have the persona and the I. Like we are searching for this ideal place where love exists. Okay? You and I search for a wide valley for another planet. So isn't it that it's like utopia? Okay? So where the salt wouldn't touch your hair, where sorrows couldn't grow because of anything I did. Like there is no negativity in that place, so we are looking for that. Okay, an ideal place, but we know there is no such thing. So if I compare it to the line in Euphoria, like you have the oasis in the desert. Okay, and if we move further, especially to the last stanza of the sonnet. Okay, sonnet is supposedly one stanza with 14 lines, but in this sonnet of Neruda, there are 4 stanzas. Okay, so it's like a modified sonnet. So the last stanza, with our own hands, without hurt or harm or speech, but love was not like that. Love was a lunatic city with crowds of people blanching on their porches. So unlike the song Euphoria, in Sonnet 71, the ending is like there is a realization that love is not really perfect. Okay, love was not like that, but it's so strange because it's also past tense that is used. Okay, love was not like that. So perhaps in the past, okay, there were trials that they experienced, but now that they have each other, I think it's now okay. Okay, love was not like that. And if we compare it to the song Euphoria, the person is in a dream and he doesn't want to wake up. Okay, so the relationship that he has with the person is still ambiguous. Is it in a dream only, or is it in a reality? But there is a comparison that it is, okay, you are the sunlight that rose again in my life. So we cannot really be sure. In Euphoria, we cannot really be sure whether the persona is awake or not, because he is still asking, am I still dreaming? Okay, and in that dream it seems to be perfect. Okay, but in Sonnet 71, I think the persona is wide awake and he has this realization that love cannot really be perfect, and there's no utopia. Okay, but in Euphoria, when I'm with you, I'm in utopia. So I think being with the person is already enough. Okay, in Euphoria, being with him or being with her, okay, it's already enough. When I'm with you, I'm in utopia. It seems that I can already forget all the harm in this world, all the problems, because I am with you. But in Sonnet 71, there is a realization that it's so impossible to look for a place that is similar to utopia. So it's very clear in the poem and in the song that it's really about love and a person's desire for this state of happiness when somebody is in love. And we just wish that the feeling would not be gone and we desire for this utopia, or this world wherein love is constant. But we know that in reality there are hardships and trials that we encounter, and we cannot really stay in utopia. But we just wish that we are in a state of euphoria all the time. But reality strikes that love is a lunatic city. Totally unpredictable. When you're in the city, it's crowded, there are so many people. People can be strangers to one another, and yeah, anything can happen in the city. It's totally unpredictable. Okay, so anyway, I hope that you like this video, and I hope you will subscribe to my channel as I give you a discussion of poetry. So thank you very much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel.